How's it going, Jordan?
Great. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Now, we talked about this on the prep call. So some of those conversations we're going to have to go ahead and have here again in terms of skincare and how it truly works with what you're doing. But just give us a quick overview of what is it that your company does.
Yeah, we are a results-driven clinical grade skincare company addressing the $19 billion physician dispensed cosmeceutical market.
Now, when it comes to pharmaceuticals, oftentimes people may think, hey, is this something that I can go ahead and, purchase at a CVS, or is it something that I have to get prescribed? Give us a little bit of insights on that.
Yeah, so as a cosmeceutical, as opposed to a pharmaceutical, this is not prescription. This is something that is sold in like a dermatology office or a plastic surgeon's office, a med spa, anywhere where maybe you're getting Botox or a facial done, perhaps, but not prescription. And so it's a little bit different, but it's sold in that setting because we do believe this is a clinical grade product.
Now, let's go ahead and talk about your, problems that you're addressing. We see a couple of them right here. And also, why is it important, not just from the aesthetic aspect of the shallowness of us humans, but also from the health that's underneath aspect of it as well?
Yeah, so regarding the problem, I'll point to a study that was done a few years back, polling thousands of women, showed that over 80% didn't believe in the marketing claims of the skincare that they purchased. A lot of skincare today is just not meeting the needs or expectations of customers, and the current market is largely built on what I would call a hero ingredient model. This is where someone is isolating something from a plant, or a scientist is developing a chemical or a peptide designed in a laboratory. And this is then has a whole marketing story built around it, often telling you it's going to do all these great things. We took a very different approach. We went back to the start, back to nature, looking at younger skin, looking at how it heals, why it looks and acts so young, effectively trying to reverse engineer nature. And this led us to stem cells. And while we can't put living stem cells in a bottle, this led us further to exosomes, which provide many of the benefits of stem cells, but are not alive, they are not cells, and they can be bottled and provided in an easy-to-use format. And these are, stem cells that we isolate from umbilical cords, from healthy full-term births. This is, the youngest ethical source of stem cells that you can get, and we process that through our proprietary PREX process in our laboratory to produce age 0 exosomes, which are the star ingredient of our products today.
Earlier in the show, I mentioned the importance of, you may not see that something is going on to the naked eye. However, when you do scans, similar to what you've shown here on the left, you can truly see the difference, and the redness you can truly notice compared to the image on the right. Let's talk about your current products, right? What you've got going on there and what that industry kind of looks like. You talked about the study. Let's talk about the actual products.
Yeah, so we have two products today. They're collectively called the Elevai E series. We have one that's for use in office, one that is a take-home product that can be used topically every day. There's about 28,000 offices in the United States that are offering all kinds of procedures. So there's millions of procedures done each year. And as popularity increases for minimally invasive procedures as opposed to surgery, this is where our products really fit in. The in-office product is only part of the story. So let's say you get a microneedling, microdermabrasion, some kind of thing where minimally invasive is done. You can benefit from a product we call Empower. Yeah. But the in-office part that's just part of the story. The same provider can then sell you the take-home, which is our Infinity product, which you're seeing on the screen now, the larger one. And their recommendation as a skincare professional tends to carry more weight. So we get a stickier customer, the higher reorder rate. And this is a product that retails at $2.99, contains a variety of clinically proven ingredients, along with our proprietary star ingredient, the Elevai exosomes, and has about a 70% margin.
Now, what's important to me is the partnerships, right? You mentioned the retail aspect of it as well. Give me any insight in terms of strategic partnerships or collaborations that Elevai has in terms of the labs and it's established its enhancements with capabilities, but also to accelerate its market penetration.
Yeah, so you might have seen some of our recent press releases, but not everyone gets the big picture of what we're building here. So, for example, you might have noted that we licensed stem cell technology from Immune Bio. This is a larger publicly traded cell therapy company, and this is for exosome production. These are elements that we expect to be important in the reliable and consistent creation of the highest quality product, and provides us with other opportunities potentially to build on this technology in the future, and providing another layer of complexity to our competitive advantage. And we don't see anyone else taking it to this level in the market today. We also did a licensing deal with UvaBio. This is a company that has innovative longevity technology around mitochondrial health. We've licensed their proprietary technology to incorporate into our scalp and hair care products initially, while most of the hair loss and scalp care market today is using these pharmaceutical compounds that, some of they're just not safe for women. This technology that we have combined with our topical exosome technology really bridges that gap and addresses this market in a new and innovative way.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the skincare aspect of it, but yeah, even with hair, it absolutely matters. As I've gotten older, you got to try different things out because you start noticing, and it's like, okay, cool. I mean, people are going to Turkey, right? And to get their things done if it really gets that bad. But it's also about just being proactive and making sure you get ahead of it so that you don't have to fly overseas to get things taken care of. Speaking of kind of looking a little bit more forward, let's go ahead and talk about key areas of innovation and growth that you're focused on.
Yeah, so looking ahead, as you mentioned, there we are supplementing this $19 billion physician dispensed cosmeceutical market with a $23 billion luxury scalp and hair care market that we're going after in the near future. We are a first mover in a large and growing market already. We're the only publicly traded company selling an exosome topical in the medical aesthetic space here. Many influential doctors already support us with multiple pending studies to further validate what we've already seen from our early clinicals. Beyond this, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of things tied to hair that we haven't really gotten into yet that's coming. You can see here we've been featured in a lot of magazines, on TV, podcasts. So most of the time, when I'm not creating products or driving the company, I'm speaking at some kind of scientific conference somewhere around the world, trying to really educate on this. And Elevai Labs is really at the core trying to apply the latest in scientific innovations to the skin and hair care space. So while we're focused on stem cell exosomes today, we expect to add to this additional unique technologies and kind of get away from the traditional hero ingredient model, instead, focusing on things that are more rejuvenating and really looking at the science behind youth. That's really what it's all about for us.
Yeah, and especially because you don't just want a product that's a quick Band-Aid that'll just work for the night that you're out, but something that won't be harmful and will go ahead and take care of your skin from what the world can see, but also what genuinely matters on the inside with the chemicals and, like you mentioned early on as well. Any final words from you before we go?
Well, if anyone has more questions, more information they want, reach out to our Director of Investor Relations. They'll answer your questions. Their email is ir@elevailabs.com. You can also visit elevailabs.com or our commercial site, elevaiskincare.com, to learn more.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I know we joked about it in the prep call. She was going to get the skincare stuff, but you mentioned hair products. I'm going to send you a DM. Well, I'll send an email to Tyler and we'll sync up. But genuinely love what y'all are doing. I think it's important on different levels of it. And I appreciate your time here today.
Likewise. Great to be here. Thank you.